This is a technology we're talking about that's transformative. I took out a loan. Are you stupid? I was able to use that $50,000 as my down payment on my house.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I am Andrew with Trading with Steve.
And I'm Steve with Trading with Steve.
Today we've got a very interesting topic, the phenomena of cryptocurrencies. Steve, what the heck is going on with cryptocurrency right now? Everyone wants to know.
Oh, that's a great question. So right now, obviously, crypto is making headlines because it's hitting all-time highs. You know, you got Bitcoin as the main cryptocurrency. Just went over $100,000 in the last couple of weeks. It, got to 100,000, I think $104,000 per Bitcoin. And then it fell back down to like 92,000. Today, we're actually back over 100 again. So, and it's the highest it's ever been. We've never seen Bitcoin this high before. And so to your question, like what's going on with it? A lot of factors. We're in the middle of a cycle, which I'm sure we'll talk about in this call today. But another reason is because of geopolitical events, right? You've got this U.S. election that just, we're in that transition period between administrations, and so the current administration that's coming in is an administration that seems, a little bit more in favor of cryptocurrency and in favor of breaking down red tape and regulations that may prohibit cryptocurrency from moving forward. Instead, they're embracing it, and so that's obviously going to drive the price up. And that's something that since November 5th, almost every day since November 5th, we've had new highs in cryptocurrencies, give or take a few days in between. And every single pullback we've had in cryptocurrency, even in just the last month, has been recovered within a day or two. So it's kind of incredible.
That's kind of astonishing. It's really cool. So you actually think that cryptocurrencies will do better because of the new administration, specifically since we know that Elon Musk, who is the king of Doge, is going to be part of this administration. You think cryptocurrency is going to be doing even better in the next couple of years?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, so I follow, I'm sure we'll talk about this, but the 4-year cycle is something that we're in the middle of, right? And so, we just had the Bitcoin halving 6 months ago. And so that's a, the framework of cryptocurrency is designed to create scarcity. And so we're in the middle of that cycle right now, in addition to the fact that you've got a changing administration, which is what you asked, right? And so those things combined is causing cryptocurrency to just go through the roof right now. And yes, I do think you're going to see an even higher Bitcoin. It's kind of funny. People kind of were excited, obviously, to see Bitcoin finally hit 100,000, but the celebration wasn't even that exciting because I think that people have their eyes set on an even higher Bitcoin in this particular cycle. And we haven't even started alt season yet, which is coming up, which obviously we really need to tell our viewers about alt season, because that's ultimately what's going to make them their money this next year is alt season. And so, I definitely see 2025 going to be a great year for cryptocurrencies, especially the first 2 quarters. There are altcoins that don't even exist today that will exist in the next couple of months that are going to make millionaires, which is really exciting. They don't even exist yet. So it's crazy to think that there's people out there, maybe even people watching us right now, who will get into the cryptocurrency space, find an opportunity and take off with it. Absolutely.
Okay, so Steve, in one of your last Bitcoin videos, you had actually made a couple of predictions. So you actually think Bitcoin will actually reach in the 125 to 150,000 before it starts to drop?
Yeah, definitely. I actually think that the top of Bitcoin in this cycle will be somewhere between 150 to 200,000. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just a little bit under that or just a little bit over that. I don't know. It depends. There's a couple of things still pending, right? We also need to see where interest rates go in the next little while. We also need to see kind of this administration, even though they're favorable to the cryptocurrency space, they're still not employed yet, right? We got to get until, what is it, January 20th, I think is the date they get in. And so, we haven't hit that yet. So a lot of things could still happen between now and then. But that's what I would say. And so, yeah, Bitcoin is obviously exciting. I think the best prices have already come and gone. We were talking even just a year ago, we did a video back when Bitcoin was at $35,000, $40,000. And we were saying, hey guys, you got to buy it. And a lot of people did, and which is great. And so you've already more than 2x'd your money by now. And I think there's still one more 2x to go with Bitcoin in this rally. That's not where people are going to make most of their money. Like I said, altcoins is where you're going to see the incredible moves coming into play, and that's in the next couple of months.
So what are the different altcoins? I mean, we've obviously got like we've got the Bitcoin, the Ethereum and all that. We've also got different like AI coins and even the meme coins and all that. What are the different altcoins?
Yeah, so essentially everything that's not Bitcoin is an altcoin because the coin is Bitcoin, right? You have your major large cap coins, right? And I guess you'd still call them an altcoin. Like Ethereum is kind of like the silver of cryptocurrency. You have like, maybe this will kind of resonate with people who are used to buying other investments like gold and silver. Like the crypto gold in the world of crypto is Bitcoin. Then from there, you got the silver of crypto, and that would probably be your Ether. It has a rival though. It looks like Solana is a rival to Ethereum and has been the darling of this current cycle right now. And then you've got other altcoins that fit different narratives, right? You've got AI tokens, which is a new thing in this cycle. You've got gaming tokens. You've got meme coins, which I'm sure there will always be a place for meme coins. So things like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, we got new ones like Pepe and DogWifHat. Those are your meme coins.
And Bonk.
Bonk, right? You like Bonk. Those are your different altcoins. Those are some examples of altcoins. Now, the thing that viewers need to know, and especially for those that are thinking about getting into the crypto space, is there's actually tens of thousands of cryptocurrencies, and hundreds of cryptocurrencies are created every single day. And so most cryptocurrencies don't actually gain traction. A lot of them just kind of go into zombie land, crypto land. They'll have the pump and dump and then they're gone and they never come back. And so that's why, that's one reason why a lot of people feel like they get scammed in the crypto world, is they go out and find these really off-brand altcoins, like really off-brand altcoins, brand new projects, and they end up losing money with those projects. And so what I hope to do is kind of help people see the value in buying altcoins that are building traction and that have narratives that will do well during alt season, right? Like the way I view this is like, okay, you've got, and I know this wasn't everything about your question, but I think this is really important, is that I would rather find altcoins that have the potential, and pretty good potential, to 5 to 10x during alt season, than put a bunch of money into something that has the potential to 100x, but the traction isn't quite there, right? I'd rather be like, okay, look, I've got $10,000 or whatever that is, and be like, okay, I'm going to put this into this altcoin, or I'm going to buy like 5 different altcoins, put $2,000 into each one, and all of them have a pretty good chance of going 5 to 10x, and then make $50,000 or whatever that is, $100,000, versus like put $10,000 into one coin that might 100x, and so you could make $1 million, but you also are likely to come away with nothing. I'd rather come away with $100,000, 50 to 100 grand during this cycle off of 10 grand than like $1 million, but I might not make the $1 million. So that's what so you asked like what altcoins are. And so it's just anything that's not Bitcoin would be an altcoin. What do you have other questions about it?
Yeah, over the last couple of questions, you keep talking about a narrative. What is the narrative of this cycle?
Oh yeah, that's a really great question. So every Bitcoin cycle or every crypto cycle that happens every 4 years, and we already talked about that, the concept of the halving and the crypto cycle every 4 years, right? And so that fits into this, like, what's the theme or the narrative of the cycle every 4 years, right? Last cycle, people had a lot of money. There was a lot of retail interest in the crypto space. So in 2020, 2021, people were at home kind of looking for the next crypto. And so meme coins were a really big theme during the last cycle. I think meme coins will definitely still do well during the 24, 25 cycle. However, I do expect more like AI tokens and gaming tokens to do really well. So that's going to be a space that really grows during this period of time. You're also seeing like the effects of this. Like you've got Solana, which seems to be on pace to outpace Ethereum, right? And that's a place where some of the most of the projects that are being created, most of the cryptocurrencies that are being created are being done through Solana. And so I think that's going to be and I think that's just the effects of like, oh yeah, we're moving into this AI token, we're moving into this gaming space in the crypto world.
Okay, Steve, I want to move on to this next segment of the video where we actually gathered some questions from the comment section of our YouTube videos, from social media. These are your viewers who have these questions and they want them to be answered by you. One of them is going to be: do you think Bitcoin will still follow its 4 year cycle, or are we in uncharted territory with so many institutions now involved?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So the 4 year cycle is still here to stay because that was written way before the institutions got involved. Like like Bitcoin is still going to hit a high in 2025, and in 2026 it will not surpass that high. 2026 will not be a great year for cryptocurrencies because it's just going to be that natural liquidity sweep that happens every 4 years. Now, the thing is, the effects of the 4 year cycle won't be as significant, especially on bigger tokens like Ethereum and Bitcoin, especially Bitcoin. In fact, we've already seen this. Every 4 year cycle, the pullback that comes after Bitcoin hits an all-time high has not been as significant. Now they're still really significant. Like if you look at the first climb of Bitcoin from 2012 to like the first real cycle of Bitcoin, you go from 2012 to 2013. The 2014 pullback in Bitcoin was crazy. It was like nearly a 90% pullback. Then you get into the 2016, 2017 pullback, and it's more like an 86, 87% pullback, still really crazy. Then you get to 2020, 21. In 2022, Bitcoin fell, I think it was like 70 something, as high 70%, still crazy. So to think that we're not going to have pullbacks like that again once Bitcoin makes a new high is crazy to say. I know that there's a lot of money going into Bitcoin right now. We're flirting with a $2 trillion market cap. In fact, I think today we're at a $2 trillion market cap just on Bitcoin alone, right? And so yeah, to say that like we're going to have another 90% pullback in Bitcoin is kind of absurd. There's even during the liquidation phase where we go into a bear market, a crypto winter, I don't think you'll see Bitcoin specifically see that. Now you will see altcoins still do their thing where they pull back 95% of what they were worth at their top. Yeah, that's still going to be a thing with many very unstable altcoins. But I don't think you'll see that again with Bitcoin. With that said, though, because there's still going to be at least I'm going to say a 65% pullback on Bitcoin once it hits its $200,000 top or $150,000 top, it's going to capitulate. Like, so what I mean by that is every single time Bitcoin has made a new high, like for example, last cycle, the top of Bitcoin in 2021 was $69,000. When it finally pulled back, it capitulated below 20,000. Why do I say that? Because 20,000 was the top of the 2017 cycle. And so when Bitcoin pulled back in 2022, it capitulated below 20,000. It went to 16,000 at the bottom. So that happened like a year and a half ago. Bitcoin was at $16,000 per coin. And then it started to go on its huge rise that we're still continuing to this day. So what I expect to happen is this. So Bitcoin will get to 150, 200,000 in 2026. It will capitulate back down, a pullback. It will go below 100,000 again. It will capitulate below the $69,000 mark because that's where the previous cycle high was. Probably settle in somewhere around $50,000 to $60,000, and then it will quickly start. And then you'll never see 50,000 again after it capitulates in 2026, and then it will be just off to the races. Who knows? Like in the next cycle, 2029, 2030, you could be looking at I don't know, like a $500,000 to $1 million coin. Who knows? We'll see what happens by that time. So yeah, the 4-year cycle is here to stay. Even though the effects of that won't be felt as much because there's more institutional involvement. But to say that the institutions are not going to follow that cycle, are you kidding me? Like, they're going to follow that cycle. Absolutely. And go ahead and take a receipt on this video, because I'm telling you that 2026 Bitcoin will fall just like it did in 22, just like it did in 2018, just like it did in 2014.
So we have a comment here from a follower that is worried that he might be too late. His question is, isn't Bitcoin too expensive to invest in now? Should I wait for another big dip?
Oh man, that's a great question. You know what? It really depends on your goals. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you're just trying to buy if you timed, like, let's say you bought Bitcoin right now and you timed, your purchase at $100,000 to the top of Bitcoin, which again, I think is going to be between 150 to 200,000. Then you might double your money if you time the top. In the next 12 months, you might double your money, which is good. But again, Bitcoin will capitulate in 2026, just like it does, like it always has. And so if you're just thinking like, I'm going to buy this and hold this and see what happens, it's not going to $500,000 a coin in this cycle. I'm sorry. It's not going to $1 million this cycle. It just is not going to do that. Right. And so, if you're trying to like 10x your money, Bitcoin is not the place to do that. If your goal is to just own and get away from the dollars and just own Bitcoin and get it off onto a cold ledger, like a cold storage wallet, I think that's great. Buy Bitcoin at whatever price is available, just as long as if that's your goals, right? If your goal is to make a lot of money during this cycle, Bitcoin's probably not the place to do that. But some other altcoins might be. I'm sure we'll talk about some altcoins in just a second. But so it's a tough question, a great question, but tough because it really does just depend on your goals.
It's funny that you're so confident we're going to talk about altcoins, because that's actually the next question. One of our viewers is asking, should I invest in Bitcoin now, or are there better opportunities with altcoins?
That's definitely, so Bitcoin has seen its initial rally, and so I have a chart that kind of goes through the flow of capital during crypto summertime, which we're in right now. Obviously we're seeing the pumps of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin will continue to pump. Like that's going to be the case, but it's not going to create the RR opportunity, risk to reward opportunity like you'd get on altcoins, right? And so like you look at Bitcoin and you're like, okay, at this point, being at $100,000 a coin at this point in the cycle, maybe a 2x is still on the line. Maybe not. You may not even get a 2x during this cycle at this point. So then you move down the line, of market cap. So Bitcoin is at a $2 trillion market cap. It may go to a $4 trillion market cap by the end of next, by end of 2025. 5 trillion would be like everything went right. Interest rates drop, people are hiring, the economy looks great, no wars type of thing. And just like, Trump and his guys do their thing and crypto is happy, great. If business as usual and a few other things that kind of work in your favor, you could see a $5 trillion market cap on Bitcoin by the end of the cycle? I don't think so, though. I think you'll probably see a $4 trillion market cap, maybe even $3.5 trillion. And then you'll see altcoins really explode during this cycle. So which altcoins, right? So if you're looking at like the next one down the list, you got Ethereum, right? Ethereum is getting a little bit less popular because you got Solana as a true competitor to Ethereum, like a real deep competitor to Ethereum. And you look at ETH right now, if I remember, has a $500 billion market cap. And so, you know, if you're looking for a 2x on Ethereum, then that means Ethereum will have like a $1 trillion market cap or a $1.5 trillion market cap to 2 or 3x. Solana, though, has the potential to, even though Solana is at an all-time high, you could be looking at a 3x on Solana. You got other ones like XRP. You're at old highs right now, like on XRP, like the highs of 2017. We're back to that right now. Anyway, so you've got that, and there's other altcoins you could buy like Dogecoin that are going to be good. I know that I'm thinking Dogecoin's going to at least 3x, potentially 5x still, which would put you at $1.50 Doge per Doge. And there's other Doge. I'm sure we can talk about. There's other altcoins I'm sure we could talk about as well.
Well, I specifically want to talk about DogWifHat. That has just exploded in the last 12 months.
Yeah, DogWifHat. Yep, yeah. Okay, so what do you want to know about DogWifHat?
What happened?
Well, it's a new cryptocurrency, right? Like it's just another meme coin. It doesn't really have a lot of use to it, so you're not going to attract certain investors into DogWifHat because it's just a meme coin. Okay. It started actually a year ago on December 22nd, 2023. So it's not even a year old. It's about a year old. And it just got listed on Coinbase and on Robinhood. So obviously that's going to allow for more inflows from the retail space into DogWifHat. Right now it's sitting at a $3 billion market cap, which would put it at the fourth biggest meme coin, right? You got Dogecoin at a $60 billion market cap, or 40, I think 40, something like that, $40 billion market cap. Then you got Shiba Inu with a $15 billion market cap. And then you got Pepe at 10 billion, and then down to Bonk and DogWifHat, which are both at about $3 billion market cap. So that would make DogWifHat the fourth biggest meme coin in the world right now, which I think a lot of people don't realize that. And so, and the fact that it just got listed on these exchanges right before alt season begins gets me kind of excited, because alt season is going to begin here like January to May next year, like that 5-month period. That's when things are going to just lose. We're going to go to la la land basically, and things are going to be absolutely nuts during alt season. And so the fact that DogWifHat is already the fourth biggest, we should share a picture if we have a chance to share a picture of, we don't have to do it right now, but like a picture of DogWifHat so people can see it's a cute little dog, cute dog with a little hat, you know. Okay.
With
anyway,
a little hat.
That's all it is. Like it's literally just a meme coin about a dog with a little hat. And most people would be like, why would you buy that? Well, why wouldn't you buy that? It's like, it's like an opportunity to be silly, I guess, right? And that's what Dogecoin was all about. And I guess that's what DogWifHat's all about, right? And so I think that there's room for that one because, like I said, it's the fourth biggest meme coin right now. It just got listed on the two biggest exchanges, and alt season starts next month. It's only at a $3 billion market cap, which is still formidable. Like it's $3 billion. Fourth biggest meme coin.
Months.
In 12 months, without being listed on Coinbase and Robinhood, it got 3 billion market cap. To me, that says that there's more than just retail buying. It can't just be retail. That's institutions also buying it too. Like I wouldn't be surprised if several big institutions own DogWifHat. I would be very surprised if they didn't. Because how do you get $3 billion market cap with just retail? I don't see that as a thing. Okay. I had another big point I was going to make for it. Oh, this is the main driver. Okay. The meme coins that are going to do really well during this cycle, and this is something people really need to hear out, are the ones that haven't experienced a bull cycle yet. Okay, so Doge will still do fine. I think Shiba's out the door. I know a lot of people may get mad at me. Now, I think Shiba will still maybe do something, and I do own a very little bit. Like, it's not a huge amount. Like, it's like, I won't even say the number, but like I do have a Shiba position, and I'll be grateful if it does. Like, I might be able to buy. I won't even. I don't like to share stuff like that. But like, like I do have some Shiba, but I even thought about just converting my Shiba into like DogWifHat or Pepe or something like that, or just. I think Doge will, even though Doge has a much larger market cap than Shiba, you'll still see a better return on Doge, just because there's no narrative and backing to Shiba like you do with Doge, right? You got this new department in the government that's now called the Doge department. You've got Elon Musk pushing it, right? It is the hallmark meme coin. So Doge is still going to do better than Shiba. And I know a lot of people are like, no, but I love my Shiba. And it's like, no. It's dying. We got other meme coins that haven't experienced a bull cycle yet that people are way more excited about. That's where the fire is. It's like I know people want to buy like the original, I don't know, like if you have a favorite soda drink or something like that, everyone wants to buy the original, but it's like, at the same time, there are some new guys on the block that are going to have their turn or opportunity to rise. And so, anyway, that's why I think you're going to see more of these alternate meme coins that haven't experienced a cycle yet do really well. And DogWifHat hasn't experienced it. You got Pepe hasn't experienced, Bonk hasn't experienced a bull cycle yet. But a lot of people got burned on things like Shiba. Right? Like people who bought Shiba at the top are still losing money. People who bought Dogecoin at the top are about back to break even. Everybody who held on to their Dogecoin is back. So there's going to be a lot more forgiveness to a meme coin that gives you your money back than a meme coin that pumped, dumped, lost everybody's money.
So Steve, what would you say to those that are just haters on cryptocurrencies?
The thing is, it's funny. I actually have a lot to like. I feel like I was in the hater camp several years ago, and back in 2017, I remember I was still going to school, right? I was at the university, and I remember being in the cafeteria talking to people back in December of 2017. And people were like, yeah, this is crazy. The Bitcoin BS, it's $20,000. This is totally going to dump. And it did. Obviously it went from 20,000 down to like $3,000 per coin. And people were like, yeah, it's dirty Bitcoin, keep it down there at $3,000. And it obviously didn't, like it's now over $100,000 today, $101,000 today. And it's funny because I stayed in that camp for a while. And then I think I got quite a bit of time on my hands during 2020. I was also graduating from the university in 2020. And that was kind of a weird period because I didn't actually have in 2020, it was so weird. I didn't actually have a convocation. Like I didn't get to walk across, and get my diploma. I still graduated and everything, but it was just kind of a weird thing. So I had time and I was definitely thinking about what my next move was. Like, what was I going to do to make money? Jobs were also kind of weird at that time. I even had at the time a job offer, and then it was reneged after the stuff that happened in 2020. So anyway, so I was trying to figure out ways like how could I make money? And so I came across and I started, I kind of like in a way had to kind of humble myself a little bit and be like, okay, what is cryptocurrency actually all about? I really just asked the question and I dove into everything I could find about Bitcoin, and I read every single article I could find. I watched every video. I watched those that were biased towards it. I watched videos about people who were very biased against it. And I started to figure out like, okay, what this is all about. In fact, when I was going through this, Robert Kiyosaki was having kind of the same experience I was having. Like I felt like he and I were having the same trajectory, like at the same time, because I was following a lot of his stuff too. And he was kind of like, I can't stand Bitcoin. Wouldn't touch it. And then he was just like gold and silver only, gold and silver only, gold and silver only. Then he started to change. And I was like, maybe I should change too. Like maybe I should look into this. So I did. I looked into it. I learned about blockchain technology and I was like, okay, there's something here to Bitcoin. This is not, sorry guys. I know you all don't like it when it goes up. I'm sorry. I'm blocking you guys out now because there's something here. This is a technology we're talking about that's transformative. Okay. We're talking about the very thing that changed the internet. And I know people will still be like, nah, cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, that doesn't even come close to the internet. Honestly, you're right. It's better than the internet. Okay. Right. Like that's my view on blockchain technology. So, I saw that. And so I did a really stupid thing. Well, you hear me out here. I took out a loan in my last semester in my senior year of college. Took out I kind of asked myself, at this point, I'm mad I didn't take out a bigger loan. $6,000 I qualified at the bank, went to the credit union. They dropped the money in my bank account the same day. I took that $6,000 and I put it into Bitcoin back when it was at like $6,000 a coin or 8,000 or 7,000, something like that. I had basically a full Bitcoin. And that's all I could afford at the time, and I mean, I didn't afford it. Like I borrowed money against, I was just a senior at BYU. I was about to graduate. And I actually even told a few people, I was like, hey, look at me. I bought a Bitcoin. I bought $6,000 Bitcoin. And the reaction was like, are you kidding me? Are you stupid? Like, and so I was like, okay, I guess I'm not telling anybody about my plans anymore. Right. So anyway, I did my research. I knew about the 4-year cycle. So this was like May, like right after the halving of 2020. I just bought $6,000 Bitcoin. I just left it there, and I just let the thing sit. I graduated, let the thing sit. I was trading. I was also working at the bank at the time. I found a job at the bank, and then I was making money trading on the side at that time. It wasn't a full-time thing yet. And then what was great is in the summer of 2021, that Bitcoin of $6,000 that everyone told me I was crazy about was now worth like $50,000 or $60,000. Rates were low. I had good credit, and then I was able to use that $50,000 as my down payment on my house. Okay. So everything that everyone told me was a scam and you're going to lose all your money actually was the thing that helped me buy a beautiful home, which I've now created an Airbnb business out of, which is awesome. And it now produces income for me and capital gains and tax advantages and all this kind of stuff, all because I borrowed $6,000 and did a very stupid thing, very, very, very stupid thing. And it's like, who's laughing now? You know what I mean? It feels so good. Like, it feels so good. You know what I mean? And so like, anyway, what I've learned is like, when you study something and you believe in something and you know what you're doing, okay, because you've done the homework and you haven't listened to anybody else. I mean, you listen to other people, but you form your opinions based off of the information that you're given rather than just an opinion, right? You'll hear somebody's opinion, but you won't necessarily make it a fact, even if their opinion is like really, really strong. You'll take it and you'll just kind of be like, okay, I'm going to internalize this and figure out what I believe. But if you do your homework and you believe in something, that has the conviction that you have behind that is what will create wealth. Because very successful traders are the ones who have the conviction in their trades. That doesn't mean you go crazy and do something. Now, if I had lost the $6,000 because Bitcoin, let's say Bitcoin didn't do that, maybe I wouldn't own a house today. And yes, maybe I would have had to pay that $6,000 back. But guess what? It's only $6,000. You can recover from that, right? Obviously in hindsight, I'm like, why didn't I take $100,000 out? But I don't know if I could have had to be honest with myself, I don't know if I would have had the diamond hands to hold on to $100,000 of Bitcoin as a newly graduated college student. Right. But I did have the ability to hang on to $6,000 that turned into 50 and obviously was a big, huge win for me. So anyway, like that's what I did. And so this time around in this cycle, trying to do it all over again, but just this time we're trying to do it on a much, much bigger scale. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do now.
Steve, you seem to be really passionate about this conversation. What should the viewers do to learn more?
Well, a great place to start would be here at Trading with Steve. So you can definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're not already subscribed already. We also do appreciate every single person that does like our videos. And obviously, if you have questions, feel free to communicate with us. We read every comment down in the comment section down below. So please just ask the questions that you have. You can also go to our website, tradingwithsteve.com. We actually have resources on cryptocurrencies built into our website under our member section. We built an exclusive cryptocurrency filter. So you can go there, you can filter through the different cryptos, you can filter by market cap, you can filter by, the big movers in the cryptocurrency space. You can filter through like pretty much anything, meme coins, you can filter the different narratives. You can go over like the AI tokens, you got meme coins and so on. So that would be a great place to learn more about cryptocurrency and about our program.